Welcome back, guys, to We Talk Boxing, and in this video I'm going to be talking about Anthony Joshua and the potential Dillian Whyte fight. What's going on? Now, probably about a few weeks ago now, 3 to 4 weeks ago, give or take, probably a little bit longer, do you know what I mean? There was talk, you know what I mean, of the potential Dillian Whyte versus Anthony Joshua fight, but obviously, you know what I mean, negotiations fell apart. That fight, you know what I mean, got scrapped, and you know what I mean, ever since then there was talk that potentially Anthony Joshua is going to go on a different path. And you know what I mean, up to a week ago Eddie Hearn was doing interviews saying that potentially they've got two potential fighters who are ready to sign the contract for AJ to go in August the 12th, I think. Yeah, I'm sure it's August the 12th. And then I think it was last Friday, Friday, Dillian Whyte obviously did an interview with Talk Sport, and obviously Simon Jordan obviously probably got under his nerves and was saying, "Oh, White, he signed a contract, etc., etc." And then he came out and said that, you know what I mean, if he knew it was the only contract that was going to be sent by Eddie Hearn, he probably would have just accepted it there and then. And then sometime that day, the next day, obviously Eddie Hearn got in contact with Dillian Whyte, presented a new contract, and you know what I mean, we all thought from then that, you know what I mean, we were gonna see Anthony Joshua versus Dillian Whyte too, you know what I mean, for this August. However, since then, you know what I mean, it came out yesterday, do you know what I mean, on Sky Sports website, that there's some complications with the negotiations again. Do you know what I mean? Dillian Whyte has said that there's some sort of clauses that he's not happy with, you know what I mean, in the contract. One of the clauses that he's not happy with is the rematch clause, a potential rematch if Anthony Joshua loses. He went on Talksport again and stated that, you know what I mean, why should there be a rematch? Do you know what I mean? He's happy to just winner take all. Do you know what I mean? If he wins, then obviously he potentially goes off in the back end of the year, December, and fight a potential fight with Wilder. And if he loses, then AJ would do that. So he's happy, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, with it all being on the line for that fight with the rematch in August the 12th. But he doesn't want to have a rematch. He doesn't want to have to, you know what I mean, hold up his career with negotiations and potentially fighting next year for another rematch with Anthony Joshua. He just wants to get it done and dusted. So it's quite what's the word? It's disappointing, you know what I mean, from my point of view, but also from you guys, because we're the fans. Do you know what I mean? We just want to see realistically AJ back in the ring and AJ fighting. I'm a big fan of Dillian Whyte as well. I really like Dillian. I really like watching Dillian Whyte. So for me, to see these guys in a rematch, do you know what I mean, is probably one of the best things that, you know what I mean, for me could happen this year, especially with heavyweight boxing, because as I said, I've got love for both fighters, and for me, both of them are quite exciting. And up until AJ's two losses back to back against Usyk, you know what I mean, yeah, for me, he was obviously the best heavyweight with the best resume, but that got derailed. Do you know what I mean? But I hope this fight could, you know what I mean, could get done, and that, you know what I mean, negotiations could potentially be smoothed out. I don't think it will. I think at some point this week or maybe early next week, Eddie Hearn may come out and say that AJ's fighting someone else, and it's quite disappointing. And honestly, if I was someone like a Dillian Whyte, I'd be saying to Eddie, you know what, we're done. You know what I mean? Our little deal, our contract, or whatever we've got between me and you is done, because you're taking the piss, really. Do you know what I mean? Because you're favouring AJ. You know what I mean? You haven't really got me a fight. I think Dillian last fought, was it? It was obviously Tyson, but I think it was November. Was it November? No, was it no October, November last year? It was sometime last year. So he hasn't fought since. So he's been out of the ring for a while. So yeah, it's just, yeah, it's just messy. And then obviously we've got the other situation with the other heavyweights, Usyk not, sorry, my bad, Usyk not fighting, and then you've got Tyson Fury not fighting as well. I just feel that the heavyweight scene's gone from being potentially the most exciting and best division for me to being disorganized, and you know what I mean, just messy. It's just complicated. Do you know what I mean? The fights that we want to see are just not getting made. These guys are like holding out for stupid amount of money, or You know what I mean? They want to give people stupid rematch clauses or stupid percentages. It's silly, really. Um, and I do get it, because if I was in their position and I could earn their money, maybe I'd probably be like them. But realistically, once you're in their position and you've got so much money, is more money really gonna matter? Obviously, you guys can let me know your thoughts on that, but I just feel that they've got loads of money. You know what I mean? They're at the highest end of their, you know what I mean, the highest point in their career. Surely you want to, you know what I mean, try and end the sport with, you know what I mean, being classed as one of the best in your era. But anyway, I'm going off, you know what I mean, I'm going off topic here. As I said, this is a short video in regards to the potential going ons with AJ versus Dillian Whyte. As I said, I'd love to see this fight happen before a big AJ or Dillian fight versus Wilder in the back end of the year. But you guys, let me know your thoughts. Do you feel this fight between AJ and Whyte's going to go ahead? If so, who who do you think is going to be the favourite in this fight? Do you know what I mean, AJ or Dillian Whyte? Obviously, AJ's got the professional win over him, and Dillian's got the more of the amateur, you know what I mean, win over AJ. So it's one apiece for both guys, and this is kind of like a rubber match, winner takes all sort of thing. But anyway, guys, let's keep this short. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, bless.